The word groomers gets thrown around a lot these days, but in the mainstream comic book industry, there seems to be a concerted effort to do just that. We have noticed over the last couple of years where they've turned Robin into a gay whatever, and of course, the Superboy, who's also a teenager underage, who's dating an older boy in college who's above age. It's kind of weird stuff if you look into it. And they've turned them all into new gay characters to replace the old characters. What's going on, and so there seems to be an active sort of, I guess, want to like convert the children into these LGBT lifestyles, and it gets weird. And so I've of course been dedicating the channel to calling out some of this behavior in entertainment. We don't want the grooming of children or the sexualization of children here. I mean, that should be an obvious thing. And because of that, the mainstream comic pros yesterday sicked a mob on me because of my reporting on what was going on in the board gaming industry recently, and which we'll get to in a second. They got me suspended from Twitter because they sicked a mob on me who just went down my tweets. Twitter said hate speech was things like I said there was where there's a male feminist, there's a sexual predator. I don't understand how that is hate speech or anything like that, but Twitter now is insane when you have a mob who is mass reporting you, which is what went down because of comic pros yesterday. They're very scared of getting this light shined on them, and we're going to keep shining it until they go away. All right, my name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator. They've tried to blacklist me from comics since 2017, and it hasn't worked. So I just keep doing my thing, making my own books. I'm not bothering anybody. These people just bother me because they don't want Christian and conservative beliefs to exist in this country. They want me dead. They want you dead. And then they have their cozy corporate jobs in the mainstream comic book industry to where they push their weird social propaganda on everybody rather than telling actually good stories. But we are trying to do something different, and that's what we did with Overmind. It's a 66-page graphic novel, better than anything you've read from the mainstream comic book industry in years. I promise you that. That link's in the description below. If you want to support the channel, if you want great comics, please check this out. Digitally goes out right away, and of course, we'll be shipping very, very soon as the proof gets here. I'm waiting for it to show up at my house. It's already done. You can count on that. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the support over the years. All right. Mark Brooks is, of course, a hateful person on Twitter who goes around and just harasses everybody who's even tangentially associated with Comicsgate. We did a video on how he harassed Eric July just a couple days ago. He did it to this lady, Rini, who's just this nice Asian girl who's trying to make her own comics a couple months ago. He just goes through and just bothers people just based on their political affiliation because I guess he feels insecure about his job at Marvel or something like that. So here it is. I was actually talking about a situation, which I'll get to in a second. He takes a tweet of mine, which is talking about that situation, which is about actual convicted pedophile in board gaming. Again, we're speaking about an actual convicted pedophile, a guy who has thousands of images of child pornography on his hard drive. I say, on a forum, saw a post of someone arguing on my behalf trying to separate the pedos from the LGBT mafia. There is no separation. Now, this mafia and these people who go around Twitter, in my opinion, do have just like an evil lifestyle, and they want to groom children. It's obvious by the comic content that they're producing. It's obvious by this guy you'll see in a second who's in the board game industry. This is their agenda. And they are using that LGBTQ sort of whatever community to push that agenda. I'm 100% right on this. It's one lifestyle. It's all sin. It's all abhorrent to God. Now, again, that's true. You can go and look in the Bible if you want to do that. We can have a Bible study if you want, my friends. Whatever works. But all of these people need to repent and stop with their degenerate ways, and I'm not afraid to say it. So that's the deal. And I'm not afraid to say it. Look, this is a standard normal belief, and it's a standard normal thing, and there's a reason for it. There's the reason the Bible that says to not veer into these sexual deviant lifestyles, because it does end up ruining people, and it ends up causing problems. It ends up hurting children is what happens at the end of the day. And we know this, and this is what's exactly happening in the board game industry right now. Now, Mark Brooks, of course, being one that, I don't know why he wants to pick this and defend this pedophile situation. Either he's too stupid or he's not aware of the context of what's going on. I don't know which one it is, or he's promoting the weird groomer agenda. It's one of the three. Which is it, Mark? This is type of attitude doesn't belong in comics. Yes, I have to be blacklisted from comics. I'm not a fan of gatekeeping. He is, as a rule. But a line should be drawn somewhere. This one is mine. Look at that. Oh, so noble, Mark Brooks. And as you can see, he sicks a group on me who keeps going after me in his replies. And what happens is over here, they start reporting me in the comments here. They all go in and mass report me for my tweets, including, like I said, one that just said that where there's a male feminist, there's a sexual predator. And I'm trying to find it because you have to just keep extending this. But this guy, Andrew Farago, who's tangentially related to the mainstream comic industry, actually shows that he got a positive sort of getting me suspended via his deal here. Now, they went through and they suspended 6 different tweets, most of them completely innocuous. So I don't understand like what Twitter's thinking in this instance. They don't think. It's just they got the algorithm. They saw 100 reports because these guys can't handle different opinions. These are literal bigots. You got to understand. The literal definition of bigotry is bothering somebody and trying to harass somebody because of their political or religious beliefs and trying to make them deplatformed, of course, blacklisted from the industry, etc. And Vita Ayala, of course, joined in to have their fans, them fans, you see the trend, go after me also. Wild that I have mutuals, 2 of which are publishers with this screenshotted person. Look, they can't even handle that a person would follow me. I talk mostly about comic books, Vita, and that's why. I care way more about comic books than you ever did. You just used your little transgender status to get a job with these people, and then you just kind of flounce that around so that they can't fire you. We know that you don't care about comics, but you know what? A lot of publishers do actually care about comics, and that's why they follow me. So the fact that you can't even, because I have different opinions than you on matters, it's insane to me that you're going to bother about that. And of course, then Stephanie Phillips chimes in the comments here, talking about how great it is that these allies are making sure that all other people are deplatformed. It's fantastic. And then they call me a bigot when they obviously are bigoted themselves under the definition of the rule. I'm sorry that I just call things like it is, but I don't bother anybody. I'm not trying to get you deplatformed, Vita. It's very sad that you do this. But anyway, again, this is about this situation, this registered sex offender charged by a South Florida grand jury. Now, he was already a sex offender in 2004, and he failed to report his status or whatnot, and went around online and made aliases of himself in order to solicit child pornography and other things. They caught him with thousands of images of child pornography. And of course, this guy got far in the board game industry as an influencer. He got 20,000 plus subs. He ended up on the Dice Tower Network, which is the biggest board game influencing group out there. And he was having problems. Now, look at this. So this is his GoFundMe. And somebody online was catfishing him or whatnot, and then went and tried to blackmail him for $1,500, saying that they were going to ruin him if he was caught with that. This is about the same time his arrest happened, so I'm pretty sure that the dude was involved with this like catfishing sting for child pornography, and then he actually went for it, was trying to solicit it wherever it was. He got blackmailed by somebody for it, and then actually went to jail for it, and then actually raised money on a GoFundMe because of it. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. But here it is. And as you can see, the guy advertises himself as an LGBT goofball. So he is advertising himself as a proud, active member of the LGBTQ community. And that's exactly why he got so far in the board game industry. They try to promote these people so they could say, look how diverse I am. And here's the deal. There's predators involved in this stuff because think about the lifestyle that they're trying to push on this. It's about sex and weird sex. That's all it's about. So of course there's going to be some weird sex stuff going on along with that. I mean, they're actively talking about that. Normal people don't talk about their sex. They just let that be a different component of their life that doesn't have to be in front of everybody's faces. But the LGBTQ community has to put it in front of everybody's faces all the time, including children in this instance. And so that's what I was talking about. And that's what the comic industry is quickly trying to defend and trying to get me deplatformed for. It's because I'm showing that there's pedophiles in these communities. They're convicted pedophiles. This is not just somebody saying this. This is a real one. And it's absolutely crazy that they want to blacklist people over that kind of reporting. Of course they do, though. You can't shine a light into the darkness without the darkness squirming. That's it. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, don't forget to back Overmind, the alternative to this nonsense that they're pushing in the industry. We have an alternative here. We're not just complaining about things. We're actually making a better industry in God's image. All right, see you.